All right, Chair Griffin, we are now live.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Griffin, Chair, and I would like to welcome you to the May 11th, 2023 African American Heritage Commission virtual meeting. We will now call our meeting to order. The City County African American Heritage Commission consists of 9 members. 3 of those members are appointed by Asheville City Council, 3 are appointed by Buncombe County Board of Commissioners, and 3 are appointed by 6 appointed members. The commission is to advise the City Council and County Commissioners about the preservation, interpretation, and promotion of African American arts, history, and culture. All committee members and staff are participating virtually. We are streaming live on our virtual engagement hub, which is accessible through the virtual engagement hub link on the front page of the city website and also on the committee page. We also have an option for the public to listen live by phone by dialing 855-925-2801 and entering meeting code 9409. For those of you who plan to speak during the live public comment today, you will need to hit *3 to be put in the speaker queue. I will now go through and introduce all committee members and staff who are participating virtually. For our committee members, please make sure to mute your microphone if you're not speaking. When you have a question or would like to speak, click raise hand, and when recognized by the chair, unmute your microphone. Please remember to mute your phone after you are done speaking. Committee members, as I call your name, please say a quick hello. Catherine Mitchell.
Hello, everyone. Glad to see you today.
Michael Hayes. Diamond Couch.
Hello, hello.
Sherry Lucas.
Hello, everyone.
Tiffany Debolo.
Hello.
And I'm Aaron Griffin, and hello, is that? Yeah. Hello to everyone. Staff and guests attending, we have Brenda Mills, Director of Equity and Inclusion, City of Asheville.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Leonard Jones, Community Engagement Specialist, Buncombe County.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Sandra Kilgore, City Council Liaison.
Hello.
And our special guest, Rashida Hall, Buncombe County Public Engagement. And Buncombe County Public Engagement. I'm sorry, go ahead, Rashida. You got a lot of titles. We have Joseph Fox of Fox Management and Consultant Enterprises, LLC.
Hello, everyone.
All right. To help our audience follow along, I'll state each section of our agenda aloud. Again, I ask committee members to click raise hand and be recognized to speak. Please state your name each time you comment. Just a reminder that the public is listening on the phone, and this keeps them up to date on the order of the meeting and who is commenting or speaking. First on our list, we have approval minutes for April 13, 2023. If you haven't, please take a minute to review. And if you have, I need a motion with a second for the approval of minutes.
I, Tiffany Debolo, put a motion to approve the minutes. Can I have a second?
I second. I, Aaron Griffin, second. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So with Aaron Griffin, Tiffany Debolo, Michael Hayes, Catherine Mitchell,
Yes.
Diamond Couch,
Aye.
Sherry Lucas.
Aye.
All right. We're gonna move on to staff updates. First up, we have City Staff Liaison Brenda Mills.
So just a few quick updates. We have our next Reparations Commission meeting is Monday, May 15th at 6 p.m. We have it at the Harrah's Cherokee Center in the banquet hall. You all are invited to be there. One of a couple of exciting things about our commission is that our impact focus areas, criminal justice, education, economic development, housing, and health and wellness do updates each meeting. So this month we will have health and wellness, and we will have health and wellness and how education will be up this week. All of that information is posted on our project page and their website page. The other exciting thing is that we are working on several things, a retreat for the Reparations Commission in June, and then I'm working with the county communication and public engagement, of which Leonard is the representative on reparations for the county, Rashida Hall, Zakia Bale Rogers. All of us as a team are working on a summit for an engagement event late July, early August for reparations. So we'll keep you advised of that. We also have an opportunity to attend a talk at the Salvage Station around Asian identity. So if any of you would like to come, you just need to let me know today so I can get your name. Now, Tiffany, you're already on there with the Reparations Commission, but if any of you would like to go, we are one of the sponsors of this. I think it'll be very exciting and something different for us to consider, with it being Asian American and Pacific Islanders Month this month. So we've got a good conversation around that at the Salvage Station at the inside venue. So if you would like to do that, you can either text me, you can email me, but just let me know so I can get your name on the list and a +1. So that's it for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we have County Staff Liaison Leonard Jones.
So for the county's update, I would like to update y'all on we're having boards and commission fair coming up. The dates for that will be May 18th at the Shiloh, with the Lynn Crump Community Center in the Shiloh community. And that will be on May 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. We also will have one out in Barnardsville at the Big Ivy Community Center on May 20th, and that's from 10 a.m. to noon. And we also will have one that we're still working on the dates for in the Emma community. And that'll be kind of targeted towards especially our Hispanic speaking community members and residents of the county as well. And the goal of this boards and commission fair is in alignment with our 2025 strategic plan, as well as our racial equity action plan to increase get diversity on our boards and commissions. And so we greatly would like for this commission as well will be highlighted at that commission fair, but we would like you to encourage community to come out and to learn about all the boards and commissions that the county has, and see how diverse voices can tap in and become members of part of those boards. And so we strongly encourage people to come out. And again, those dates is May 18th in the Shiloh community from 4 to 6, May 20th at Big Ivy Community Center, and we will have a date soon to come about the Emma community as well. And that's the updates from the county so far. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. And I think, is Sandra still here? She's not. She is? She's gone?
I think she left.
Okay,
She may have a connectivity problem. We can grab her when she comes back.
Absolutely. So we're going to move on to number 4, unfinished business with the Pack Square. I really don't have any update right now. Miss Mister, do you have any update about the Pack Square?
No, I don't.
Okay. So we're gonna check in. We'll check in with them, and we'll have something next meeting. So we're gonna move on to the second part of the unfinished business. Is our plans by the County Communications and Public Engagement, the CAPE team. Ms. Holland?
Thank you, Brenda, for bringing that up. I just made some changes while we was talking, but anyway, I'll send the final copy to Brenda. Thank you for allowing me to work with the Asheville Buncombe Heritage Commission.
Yes.
And I've been working with this team, and it's been really, really great. And I just piggyback on the work that you all did with Dr. Fox in your last retreat last year. So what we did was we're developing, this is our draft of communications and public engagement plan. We went over the goals last night. We have 6 kind of goals that we want to do, but we're really focused on the 5 goals that was developed with Dr. Fox. Brenda, can you go to the last 5 goals for me? So what we wanted to do is that when this team developed what goals they wanted to focus on, I thought it'd be a great idea that while we have goals, we have tasks to those goals. So we really talked about it last night. The next steps will be that Brenda will send out this plan to the African American Commission, not Asheville, the African American Commission will be able to put their own ideas. Brenda, can you bring it a little bit up where it says the 5 goals are listed? Keep going. That's kind of the task we've had. We've already completed. So we have some successes, which I'm excited about that. Keep going.
Should it say 5 goals?
Yeah, it will say right there. The 5
Okay,
goals.
gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah, so those are the 5 goals that y'all came up with during your retreat. So we continue to discuss and brainstorm some tasks for each of the goals. So Brenda will send this out. If you have any new ideas, please place them on there. And then we're going to meet in June on a Saturday, June the 10th. I'll be sending that information out from possibly like 10 to 12 to do work groups. And I thought it would be a great idea that we have pairs, like work with somebody that you normally don't work with. It's a great idea to get to know some of your members of your committee, and then we hold each other accountable. Because I don't want it to be where we just meeting and talking about it. We need to be a group or commission to work together to get a lot of these tasks done, right? Because I know you guys want to be able to do a wonderful summit for the community that we serve this year, next year, I don't know, but we need to start working on some of these things. So that's my update. Buncombe County Communication Public Engagement, it will continue to work with this group as long as allowed. And we have the plan to August, but that can be extended however long you need us. So like I said, our next goal is to, Nick, who's on our team, will be back probably in June. And I know you all want to do a video so we can kind of map out what that will look like. Is it a walk talk video? But we really want to start working on these tasks. So if you have, by the end of May, put your ideas on this plan, and then we'll start working the plan starting in June. I'm going to be making a lot more of the palm cards that we develop, and we can start giving those out. We can start, I have some due dates on the plan about the legacy neighborhoods, reaching out to our association, meetings, the video, it's all on that plan. So we will map it out. We're going to formulate our teams. Like we'll work with Miss Kath. I've worked with everybody on this team, but maybe Diamond. I don't really know Diamond. So maybe Diamond and I can work on some of the tasks that we come up with. So it's just a great opportunity to get to know each other better and then hold each other accountable to make sure we are successful in completing this plan. And even more important, more successful with the African American Heritage Commission, getting the information out there and getting more people involved. So that is just my report.
Thank you so much, Rashida. Yeah, we are in a process of actually doing some work. So we need all help from everybody on the board, on the commission, to get involved. So if we just need more people to come out, especially when we scheduling these meetings. We got to have some help, y'all. So is that Saturday good for everyone? No? Saturday's not good? Go ahead.
I was just, is it virtual or in person? Because I'm going to be in Atlanta.
It's in person.
Okay, it's not going to work for me.
Okay.
But this
Anyone
is
else?
not, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Sherry.
It won't work for me either. I've got company coming in town that weekend. My sister. Sorry.
Okay.
So
we'll-
this is not gonna be a one-time deal. So if you can't make whoever shows up, we move on it.
right.
You know what I mean? Next time we'll do another meeting. We'll just go ahead and assign you to a team and maybe have some tasks. So we'll still move on it. So yeah,
Absolutely.
don't worry, have fun. I
You're
understand.
good.
We'll do it.
Any questions, concerns about that? No hands. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Go ahead, Brenda.
I just, a couple of things.
Yes.
Councilwoman, our Vice Mayor, Sandra Kilgore said she lost internet, so she apologizes. She's wanted to let you know. And number two, I wanted to speak to this work that we're doing with the county. We kind of need all hands on deck. So what I was going to suggest again is that you start to meet every other month and use your meeting time, which is already on your schedule, to meet that day, maybe in person or on virtual. It's already on your schedule. It's during the week. It doesn't interrupt, your weekends and your evenings. Would that be something you would consider? So you would meet again in June, just like you are this time. You would meet again in June, and then you would not meet again until August. And then that would allow you that July time to work. Is that something you would consider? Because Aaron needs some help.
I mean, please share with us. I mean, is that going to work?
Would
Because
that work?
I can change. I can shift. Whatever works best for the group, I am with it. Yes, Diamond.
I think it's such a good idea for us to be doing that work, to do it in person every other month, that we're meeting together. It's active participation in the work rather than just coming virtually and hearing the reports, but not really getting to engage with the work that we're wanting to do. So I would love to meet in person every other month.
All right. Anyone else? Go ahead.
So maybe I'm a little confused. I'm hearing two different types of meetings. So are we saying we're going to shift gears and meet in person for these commission meetings?
No, ma'am. You're
Okay.
meeting in person. So you're meeting every other month to do your work plan meetings,
Okay.
right? Because it seems weekends are hard. You're on reparations. You got other things that you're doing. Everybody's got stuff. So you already have this on your agenda for every month, right? So you're going to have a board meeting this month. You'll have a board meeting next month. July will start your working team meetings, right? So in July, you won't have a board meeting. You will meet in your working teams to start working with the county to do that. That allows you to kind of keep that same schedule. Does that make sense?
Totally. And so
Okay.
we're saying no June 10th, or am I going to?
No, you are going to meet unless you say you want to start next month. No, you're talking about for that weekend meeting. If you want to start next month, you certainly can. And that would be next month would not be a board meeting. It would be a working team meeting. So y'all would meet in person. And it doesn't have to be 4:30, but it is on your schedule. Does that work? Just let me know what your pleasure is.
I would like to start next the working thing. Yeah, the working
Next
group.
month, June.
I mean, if that's good with it, because we got to get going.
Yep, that would be June the 8th. Okay. Tiffany's still out because we all going to a conference. But what we could do, Rashida, you're going to meet in the afternoon, correct?
I'll keep the same time, so it's not a big deal. So
Okay.
I'll keep the same time. Yeah.
So you just need to give our homework, and then, we just need to participate as much as we can, and then go there. Miss Diamond?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to that time. But I will say, since I have the space, Rashida, thank you so much for your work with keeping us engaged and keeping that plan going. I'm excited about doing that together.
Thank you. So we'll scrap the 10th and we'll just go with the 8th. Don't worry about the 10th. We'll just start fresh on the 8th and we'll just keep to that schedule.
And I believe you have, Michael, is that you on the phone?
Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yeah, it's me on the phone.
Yeah, are you good with the change of schedule?
Yeah, I'm good with either one. I'm just I'm
Okay.
ready. So
Okay.
if it's Saturday, if it's Thursday, whatever happens, I'm with it.
So we're gonna, next month, instead of your regular meeting, it will be a working meeting. We just need to know a location, Rashida, because I still have to notice it, since you all will be meeting. And then, that meeting will be in person. I think me and Tiffany will be the only ones that really can't make it this next time, but we will do our homework before then. And then you will reconvene with a regular African American Heritage Commission meeting, July, the next meeting in July. And I'll make sure that you get all this in an email, hopefully sometime tomorrow morning. Thanks everyone for for considering that. I'm just trying to make some space in your life that doesn't add another meeting, and hopefully, you guys can have everybody that can do the work. So I know you're all pumped to do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more comments? Oh, Ms. Mitchell, yes, go ahead.
I'm in favor of the plan and excited about meeting with you, Rashida.
Ms. Tiffany, yes.
So with the committee meetings, the work group meetings, are they still like, have to have like a public notice and, okay.
Tiffany, you must not be listening to me. I have to notice it as a public meeting. So I'll get the information and agenda and stuff from Rashida. We'll notice it as a working meeting. We'll probably be meeting in a county building in person. So I'll make sure that that's up. Yeah.
All right, we good. Any concerns, comments? So we're gonna move on to Dr. Fox. All right.
So Chair Griffin, would you key him up a little bit about what you're needing his role to be at this meeting?
Just who he is. Ms. Mitchell, can you key him in?
Dr. Fox, how are you?
Doing well.
Good. I believe that all members of the commission have met you, but just in case that is not true, would you give us a brief background and your prior relationship with the commission, the work that you produced, and where we need to go from here?
Okay. Yes, be happy to. So I am retired from the North Carolina Community College System, retired as the department chair of business at AV Tech 8 years ago. Doesn't seem like it's been 8 years. I have owned a management consulting firm since the late 90s and continue to work with nonprofits and for-profits throughout Western North Carolina and nationally. I am the former vice president of the Martin Luther King Jr. Board of Asheville and Buncombe County, rotated off that board last year, but still do some planning with them, and came on board with a planning session with this group last May. And so I'll just jump right into kind of our frame of work and then leave some time for some questions. So our overall objectives for it was a Saturday, May the 21st planning meeting that was in person at the East Asheville Public Library. And our overall objectives for that planning session was to revisit the commission's mission, members' roles, and tasks, and then the liaisons between the city and the county, so that everybody was kind of on the same page with what the expectations were. A second goal was to revisit the commission's work plan, and then to actually, number 3, commence the planning that you all have carried forward since that meeting. Our framing question really was around what would Asheville look like if the African American Heritage Commission is successful. So we framed our whole retreat that day around what does it look like to be successful as the African American Heritage Commission. So some of the bullet points that you all gave us was to educate and inform residents pertaining to the African American contribution, to represent African American history and culture through visual and written and oral forms, to engage the community, to preserve African American culture, history, and art, and to direct actions that included collaboration, networking, promoting unity and partnerships. And so we had a brief discussion around some other items that indicate that you are thriving as a commission, such as making sure that you have a vibrant African American community, accessible resources, sustainable growth, enhancing public engagement, welcoming and inclusive parks. The second part of that retreat was just to look at some examples of what other cities and counties are doing around the roles and expectations of African American Heritage Commissions throughout North Carolina and South Carolina. So we looked at several of those, and we started the planning process. And it was framed around the mission statement around who the organization is, what the organization wants to do, why the organization exists, and where the organization can provide its advocacy work. And so at that point, you all actually went into your work groups, looking at planning some goals. And so it sounds like you have gone forward with those goals. The ones that we came up with during the planning sessions dealt with increasing social, political, and economic awareness, encouraging the history of African Americans, creating a process for ongoing documentation of local African American experience, collaboration, and creating marketing and signage to designate areas in the neighborhood that was significant to African American history. And then Rashida shared with us today the 5 goals that kind of came out of that, that this working body has been working on. So it was really a good session around framing what does the African American Commission look like if it's successful, creating some matrices around those indicators, and then really looking at some examples and clarifying. I think we spent a good bit of time clarifying the individual roles, the roles of the members, the roles of the city liaison and the county liaison and county commission. And I think that was eye-opening for some folks, because we tend to take things for granted. So I'm going to stop there in terms of the overview of the work that we did that Saturday. And I think this is Mitchell or Aaron did say, what are the next steps? So, yeah, I would say the next steps is to go with the goals that you have and put some strategies to those that are measurable and actionable, and tie that really to community engagement, and maybe with the form, letting the community know the work that you're doing, who you are, the work that you're doing, how they can contribute and have input, and then the whole communication channel around a feedback loop to the community, so that when they provide input, they know the outcomes of that input. They know that they were heard, even if it was not something that you could do as a commission, given some feedback as to why that did not occur. So really focus on process, actions, and strategies. and I'll take any questions or fill in any blanks. We did a lot of work, so that was just kind of hitting the highlights. I think it was helpful to look at some of the examples that other African American Heritage Commissions were doing throughout our region, to give you some ideas of some strategies that you can implement.
Thank you, Dr. Fox. Any questions? Concerns? No? Do we have anything else for Dr. Fox? Ms. Mitchell? Yeah, good. Go ahead, Ms. Mitchell.
Yes, I wanted to thank Dr. Fox for a very representative statement of what we've done. And I anticipate that we will rely on Dr. Fox for a participatory role with the commission as we go forward, particularly on the goals that we have established with the county.
Yeah, I would be happy to work with you.
Thank you. Yes, Tiffany.
I too want to say thank you. I wasn't here for the process, but being new to this commission, I definitely see the work that was laid out, the foundation, and now the forward movement and direct action. So just from hearing this update, I want to say thank you for your gifts. I see it evident. And the commission members as well. And Brenda Mills in the county. Thank you.
All you folk.
Anyone else? Sherry, Diamond, Michael?
No, sir. I think everything is going great.
So I would just, I would like to just echo that too. And thank you, Dr. Fox, and all the others for all the help you're giving the commission to help us move forward and make an impact. So big thanks from me as well.
Thank you. Yes, Tiffany.
This is on a different subject and note with Dr. Fox, and let me know if it's just not the appropriate time. But I also just wanted to kind of bring up Juneteenth and, just any connection with that, with the commission and the MLK Association.
So, I'll be happy to address that. The MLK Association of Asheville and Buncombe County submitted an RFP to host the Juneteenth celebration in conjunction with the city of Asheville. Again, I've rotated off that board, but they engaged me and my company to help plan the events. And so we have planned from June the 12th through the 16th, Monday through Friday, every day a lunch and learn session from noon to 1 at various community centers throughout Asheville. And the intent there was to engage the entire community and highlight some community centers that may not always get highlighted. That evening, the 12th through the 16th, is a series of Black films, Wakanda Forever, Ali, The Woman King, etc. And everything that we're doing is free. And so the lunch and learns are free. We do ask people to bring a brown paper bag lunch or however they want to bring their lunch. We're providing desserts and beverage. The movies are free and will be held at AB Tech's Ferguson Auditorium. And then we're running a poster contest for middle schools and high school kids around the significance of Juneteenth. So you can help with spreading that word. We haven't had many submissions at this point. Part of the problem is trying to do it digital. So we're doing that, and then it ends with a 2-day festival in Pack Square Park on that Saturday, June the 17th, and that Sunday, June the 18th. And so we've reached out to various community folks and organizations to kind of highlight them. We've reached out to the city, to the county, the community development center or associations like Charlotte Association, Southside Association, etc., for them to have a spot to just say who they are and what they do in the community. And so again, if this body would like to be represented, I'd be happy to get you on the schedule. And I think things like Aaron is already on the schedule, and I think Mrs. Mitchell is on the schedule. Brenda or somebody from her staff will probably be talking about what they do in their roles. So we try to be as inclusive as possible. And we've reached out to community groups to try to bridge any issues around the MLK Association kind of running point with the things this time. I will say we have solicited grants, and the MLK board voted to put up some of their money so that all of the vendors is free. Now the vendor applications have closed, but we did not want to charge people to participate. We wanted this to be an open and inclusive festival for all residents. So that's where we are with Juneteenth. A lot of work gone into it.
Thank you. Any more questions, comments? Okay. So thank you, Dr. Fox. Appreciate your time.
Yes, happy to do it.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna move on to new business. Do we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we're talking about these working groups and getting help. So we're gonna talk about electing officials. We need a vice chair and a secretary. Right? Is that right, Brenda?
Actually, you need to vote for chair and vice chair. You don't need to vote for secretary.
Okay.
I'm your secretary.
Just vice chair then.
Yeah. And if you want to remain, you can nominate yourself. I think you said you spoke to everybody about this, right?
I spoke to
generally most people.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to,
I just want to, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brenda.
You want to take some nominations from the floor. You just want to speak to, do you want to remain as chair?
That's a great question. You know what? I didn't even think about this when
Yeah. I mean, it's fine if you do, but there can be nominations, so we can do that.
Yeah, I want to nominate. This is Mr. Hayes. This is Michael Hayes. I would like to nominate Aaron Griffin to remain as chair.
Okay. And he has to accept your nomination. Hold on, folks, before you start nominating. So we're going to take nominations. And then if people accept what you're doing, then we just need to vote. We need a motion for whoever, and we go from there. How about that? Okay, Ms. Catherine.
I wanted to second the motion. However, is that appropriate at this moment? Okay.
He has to accept the fact that he wants to be chair. It's great that you want to do that, but
all right.
Then we also need a vice chair. So I think that's also a concern because just remember, as vice chair, you're second. So if Aaron has to be out or sick or anything, we will help you and teach you how to run the meetings, but that will be part of your duties, and we'll have some other duties for you. I'm one of those liaisons that believe our officers need to work. And that way, when you have to take over, like if you decide you want to be chair, you're good to go. You already know what you're doing. So any nominations from the floor on vice chair? While y'all nominating Aaron, you better be nominating yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is Michael Hayes. I'm nominating myself for vice chair.
Okay. All right. Ms. Catherine?
I was about to nominate Michael.
That's why I love you, Miss Mitchell.
All right, so, Michael accepted the nomination and, Aaron, you just need to decide if that's what you
No,
want to do.
I accept.
Okay, all right. So we need, any more nominations?
I was just giving some other people some chances if they, that's all.
Exactly.
That's all.
Exactly. That's good. So if there are no other nominations, we just need a motion. Anyone other than the people who are not nominated. Tiffany, would you mind giving us a motion?
This
You're
is Tiffany Deblo, and I give a motion to nominate Aaron and Michael Hayes as chair and vice chair. Can I have a second?
Diamond Stone Couch, second that.
All right, you'll need to do a roll call vote.
Michael Hayes?
Yes.
Tiffany Devilo,
Aye.
Diamond Couch,
Aye.
Sherry Lucas,
Aye.
Catherine Mitchell,
Aye.
and Aaron Griffin, aye. There we go. That's progress, y'all. All right, any questions, comments as we move on to our next section? Did I do that right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm looking at Leonard. Okay, so do we have anyone in the public comment section? Wait,
No, we don't have anybody
nope.
on the line waiting.
Not today.
Not today.
All right, any future agenda items from the group? Yes, Tiffany.
I wanted to make mention of a couple things. Wait, is this the time where we're talking about communities happenings or?
We're talking about future agenda items.
Okay, I wanted to see about circling back on that conversation around the airport and Black art being enhanced and at the airport and putting that on the agenda for next meeting.
You're going to be doing it at your working meeting, June, whatever meeting they're going to have next. That's some work that y'all going to be doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to be doing that work on the 10th.
On
Okay.
the 8th, on the 8th, the Thursday.
Okay.
And then what you could do, Tiffany, if you have some ideas or other things, you can share that with Rashida and the group, and then they can talk about it. But that's a great idea about getting more presence out there at the airport.
And lastly, for me, and I know there's a lot of engagement happening, but the Reparations Commission could really use, maybe even if this commission can host some collaborative events. And okay. Yes.
It's on there too. Yes, yeah. You own it though. You own it.
Awesome. So it looks like for your next meeting, one of the things that would be on the agenda would be your plan. So you should have a little bit more fleshed out plan. You can chat about that. You still do have a vacancy, so we can give Leonard, if you could give us an update on the vacancy for when we come back in July. Tyshawn Johnson was not able to serve because he had a conflict. You had one other application that was given when he was given. I think they've put it back out to post it. And then hopefully we'll have some applications for you to make some decisions on by July.
And people from this commission can go out and recruit as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I would strongly recommend. I know on the county side today, I spoke to them. It was not showing, but it's been updated, so it's showing. So if you know people that could be a big help to this group, strongly encourage them to reach to do the application on the website there.
Be awesome. I was trying to think. And I guess we could do a follow-up to Juneteenth activities. I think that would be good to hear kind of what were the attendance. I really love the fact that the MLK Association is doing a week of events. So Juneteenth always falls on Father's Day weekend. So, and I have a father. So I'm never in town. So it's great to kind of be able to be a part of something working up to Juneteenth on that Monday. So that'd be great. Yeah. Sounds good.
All right. Again, questions, comments, suggestions, anything? We're going to be moving on to our next regular scheduled meeting is scheduled for Thursday, June 8th, 2023. And we're gonna do virtual on the 8th, right?
No, you're gonna have a work
Okay.
meeting on the 8th, and let me get my.
That's right. I need to change that.
That's okay. And then your July meeting is the 13th. So the next regular meeting virtual is July 13th.
Okay.
Sorry, I meant to tell you that.
No, that's all right. The next regular scheduled meeting is Thursday, July the 13th, and we're gonna remain virtual. Check on the city's engagement hub for more directions on how to participate. If there's not any questions, comments again, before we let y'all go, I will now adjourn the meeting unless there's any objections. So adjourn. Bye, y'all.